What if everything you see, hear, and feel is nothing more than a dream? What if your entire life, your memories, your experiences, and even your sense of self is just part of a grand illusion? Throughout history, philosophers, scientists, and spiritual thinkers have questioned the nature of reality, suggesting that what we perceive as real might not be as solid as we believe. Dreams feel real while we're in them, but the moment we wake up, we realize they were just illusions. So, how can we be sure that this waking life isn't just another, more persistent dream? Have you ever woken up from a dream so vivid that, for a few moments, you couldn't tell if it was real or not? Dreams have a strange way of mimicking reality. They contain emotions, sensory details, and even logic, yet they dissolve the moment we wake up. But what if the same is true for what we call reality? Neuroscience suggests that both dreaming and waking experiences are processed in similar ways by the brain. The same regions that interpret sight, sound, and touch in real life are activated when we dream. If our perception of reality is simply a product of electrical signals in the brain, how can we be certain that our waking world is any more real than our dreams? Consider déjà vu, the eerie sensation that you've experienced a moment before. Or false awakenings, dreams where you believe you've woken up, only to later realize you're still asleep. These phenomena blur the line between dreams and reality, making us question whether consciousness itself is just a projection of the mind. Some researchers even propose that dreams and reality exist on a spectrum, with waking life being a more stable, shared dream. But if this is true, then who or what is the dreamer? Modern science has uncovered some startling truths about the nature of reality, many of which suggest that our world is not as concrete as we assume. One of the most famous examples is quantum mechanics, which reveals that reality behaves strangely at the smallest scales. The observer effect in quantum physics shows that particles exist in multiple states until they are observed, suggesting that consciousness plays a role in shaping the physical world. If reality changes based on observation, does this mean our world is more like a dream, where perception determines what exists? Another mind-bending concept is biocentrism, a theory proposed by Dr. Robert Lanza, which suggests that life and consciousness are not products of the universe but rather the forces that create it. According to biocentrism, space and time are merely tools of the human mind, meaning reality is subjective and may not exist independently of our awareness. This aligns with ancient spiritual teachings that describe the universe as an illusion shaped by the mind. Then there's the holographic universe theory, which proposes that our entire reality is a projection from a higher dimensional source, just like a dream. Scientists studying black holes have found that information on their surface behaves similarly to a hologram, leading some to believe that our entire universe could function the same way. If our reality is just a projection of something deeper, could it mean that we are living inside a vast, shared dream? These scientific theories challenge everything we think we know about existence, forcing us to reconsider the nature of the world around us. Long before modern science began questioning reality, ancient civilizations had already explored the idea that the world we perceive is an illusion. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the concept of Maya suggests that reality is not what it seems. It is a dreamlike projection of consciousness, a veil that hides the true nature of existence. According to these traditions, enlightenment comes from realizing that this physical world is temporary and illusory, much like waking up from a dream. Similarly, ancient Chinese philosophy, particularly Taoism, speaks of reality as fluid and ever-changing, shaped by the observer's perception rather than fixed, external laws. Western philosophy also offers profound insights into the nature of reality. Plato's allegory of the cave describes people living in a dark cave, only seeing shadows on the wall, believing them to be reality. When one person escapes and sees the real world outside, he realizes that everything he once knew was an illusion. This raises the question, what if we, too, are living inside a mental or cosmic cave, mistaking shadows for reality? René Descartes, the father of modern philosophy, questioned whether we could ever trust our senses, famously stating, "I think, therefore I am." His argument suggests that our perceptions might be deceptive, and the only certainty is our own conscious awareness. One of the most radical modern ideas, Simulation theory aligns with both ancient wisdom and philosophical skepticism. It suggests that our universe is a highly advanced simulation, much like a dream created by a more advanced intelligence. If ancient spiritual traditions spoke of life as an illusion and modern scientists discuss simulated reality, could it be that we are all trapped inside an elaborate, shared dream? If so, what lies beyond it, and who or what is the dreamer? Have you ever realized you were dreaming while still inside a dream? This phenomenon, known as lucid dreaming, allows individuals to become fully aware within their dreams, sometimes even controlling the dream world around them. What's fascinating is that when people experience lucid dreams, their brain activity closely resembles waking consciousness. This raises an intriguing question. If we can be awake inside a dream, how do we know that our current reality isn't just another, more immersive dream? Some philosophers argue that gaining awareness in a lucid dream is similar to achieving enlightenment in real life. Both involve recognizing the illusion for what it truly is. Beyond dreams, altered states of consciousness, such as deep meditation, near-death experiences, NDEs, and psychedelic journeys, also challenge our understanding of reality. Many who undergo NDEs report experiencing a hyper-real world, often more vivid and profound than waking life. Similarly, substances like DMT, dimethyltryptamine, sometimes called the spirit molecule, induce experiences that feel just as real as, if not more real than, everyday existence. Some believe these altered states provide a glimpse into hidden dimensions of reality, much like waking up from one level of a dream into another. Lucid dreams, NDEs, and psychedelic experiences can feel as real, or even more real, than waking life. Then what does that say about the nature of reality itself? Could it be that our conscious experience is simply a dream within a dream, with deeper layers of reality waiting to be uncovered? If so, what happens when we finally wake up? If reality is just an illusion, could it be that we are all part of a single, shared dream? Throughout history, philosophers and mystics have suggested that human consciousness is interconnected, forming a vast, collective experience rather than individual, separate minds. Carl Jung's theory of the collective unconscious proposes that all humans share a deep, subconscious layer of knowledge, filled with universal symbols and archetypes. This suggests that our thoughts, emotions, and even dreams may not be entirely our own, but part of something much greater. Scientific studies on telepathy and shared dreaming further challenge the idea that our minds are isolated. Reports of people experiencing the same dream or sensing another person's thoughts hint at a deeper connection beyond what modern science fully understands. The phenomenon of morphic resonance, proposed by biologist Rupert Sheldrake, suggests that memories and knowledge can be shared across individuals and even species, much like an invisible field linking all living beings. If this is true, then could our waking life itself be a collective dream, shaped by the thoughts and beliefs of all conscious beings? Even in physics, the idea of quantum entanglement, where two particles remain connected no matter how far apart they are, suggests a reality where everything is fundamentally linked. If our consciousness operates on similar principles, then what we perceive as individual experiences may just be fragments of a much larger, unified dream. So, if we are all dreaming together, who is the dreamer? And more importantly, what happens when we finally wake up? If everything we perceive is just a dream, then what does that say about the nature of our existence? Could it be that waking life is no more real than the fleeting images of sleep, and that consciousness itself is the true reality? Science, philosophy, and ancient wisdom all point to the idea that reality might be an illusion, one that we collectively shape with our thoughts and perceptions. If this is true, then what lies beyond this dream? Are we on the verge of waking up to a higher state of existence? Or are we simply characters in a story written by something greater than ourselves? Perhaps the real question isn't whether reality is a dream, but rather, what happens when we finally realize it?